H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is Monday. And we about to get it cracking. Oh my goodness. Y'all better share this show. It's a What's Up Big Coach. It's about to get cracking. Y'all, I had a great weekend. Hope y'all had one. Let me see. Let me share the show like I usually do. Let me come on and make sure I got everything taken care of. I see you, Rod Wells. I see you, Thaddeus Moody. Oh, Rod Wells, it's gonna be epic today. It's gonna be epic today. Let's see. Who I'm sharing the show. My bad, my bad. I got to share. Let me share the show right quick. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, I just share this then. Hold on. Hold on. Let me make sure. Hold on. I know some people sharing the show for me. Shoot, before I even get there. Y'all share. I kind of like y'all. Hold on. Y'all sharing the show before I even get there. But it is going to be, let me see. Can I do this? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that and see can I share that. And yeah. One, look at me, my phone is on. Oh, it's going. All I'm telling y'all is, you know, I got a question. I got a question. Anything out there happening that y'all want to talk about? Anything that happened this weekend that y'all? Anything? It can be anything that y'all, that came across your desk, came across your feed, anything. I'm finna listen to y'all today. I'm gonna listen to y'all because I got to listen to y'all today. I want to hear. I want to see how y'all been thinking. Brandon Weefall, I want to see how y'all been thinking this weekend, man. Anything. Shout out to Thaddeus Moody, daughter Dorian Moody will be in the master's program at the Biomedical Science Future Pediatric Dermatologist at the University School, Tufts, that's right, Tufts University School of Medicine in Boston. Shout out to Dorian. Great job, young lady. You rock on Monday. How about that? Y'all share the show, because y'all ain't talking enough. I don't want to talk to y'all then. Let me share the show. Should I share the show again? Because y'all ain't, y'all, I don't, my brother, I mean, not my son, brother, my son, splicing some of my information off the feed and sending it to all his teammates, and they messing with me over the weekend. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, Rob had a good old weekend this weekend. He said, Rob, do you think high school basketball would take a big hit with all the top talent leading for prep schools? Now listen to what you just said. Listen to what you just said. Rob, do I think high school basketball would take a big hit with all the top talent leaving for prep school? What are you talking about? Ain't prep schools high schools? Are you talking about that was so open. That was so what is it? Ambiguous. Rob, do I think high school basketball would take a big hit with all the top talent leaving for prep? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about Houston? High school basketball is going to take a hit because of top play. Tell me the top talent that left. I don't know. Tell me some top talent that left. I got time. I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me some top. Is it, man? Shout it, man. Man, I'm finna call some people and tell them to come on the show. Cause y'all playing around. I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody to talk to. Can't type fast enough. Something going on. Something going on. I don't know what's going on. When you ask me a question, ladies and gentlemen in the future, be prepared that I'm gonna talk about it. So be ready to come back to me. Eric Boom. Thank you. Share the show. Boy, I got to get me a new group of people on this show. Y'all all right, man, but I got to improve. The feed has got to be improved. The chat has got to improve. Now I see why y'all don't want to share the show. You don't let your friends know, because them friends might get this. We got to improve, man. Man, I rack my brains trying to find information to give y'all and y'all family. And I'm still waiting on Big Coach to say something. Do I think high school basketball, basketball would take a big hit with all the top talent leaving? I don't know what you're talking about. What top talent, all the top talent that's leaving? I'll move on. I got to do something. I got to do something. I don't know what more else I can do. It just seemed like y'all just come on the show to just do this. What this Negro gonna say today? That's the feeling I'm getting. That's the feeling I'm getting. People are just coming on this show and ain't saying nothing. They're just coming on here. They just ain't. I don't understand it. All I tell y'all, one of these days, y'all gonna turn this show on, and I ain't gonna be here. I'm gonna be somewhere where I'm appreciated. He said, I was speaking on public schools versus prep school. I'm driving. My bad. Okay. All right. You drive. I got you. Public schools in Houston. I think it's basketball gonna be fine, man. Basketball don't care about no top players. We trying to get people, we're trying to get kids in college. If you're good enough, you're gonna be able to try to go and play in college. I mean, I know you're driving, but I'm trying to say who is leaving. I don't know who's leaving. Shador proving the naysayers wrong. And you love how he handled Tony Grossi. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I got a text the other day. And let me show you how I answered the text. Text started off. How the first team reps didn't really matter, especially since they didn't play much tonight anyway. And I know they watch this show. Do y'all remember that I wasn't never worried about no first team? I wasn't never worried about that mess. Then he said, am I right or am I wrong? He played with a lot of other guys that are trying to make the team. Everybody in the NFL, ladies and gentlemen, is trying. You got almost 90 players, might be 80 something, 90 players trying to make a 53-man roster. So it's a competitive environment. Don't look at the tabloids. Don't look at the tweets and people thinking, man, he playing against the janitors and the homeboy. Those are 1,500 of the most coveted spots around. Those 50, those is NBA got. NBA ain't got but 450, right? NBA got 450 players. 1,500 NFL. NFL makes more black millionaires than any other American industry. Hey, Crystal, what's up, Ivan Pettit? You feel me? So when so the guy called me, and I got a question. Because it seems like people are, we got people out here, because I talked about Shadur's situation a lot last week. Do we have anybody feel that we talked about him a little too much? And it made you want him to fail? Anybody out there feel like that? It's okay, because I sense it. I sense this in the text. And I told the person, I say, I really don't matter who he played with. I say he's special. I told y'all a long time ago. Hold on. Let me just put in. Let me see, should do it. I hope, because I spell it, they spell it two different ways. I'm finna go back. I'm trying to go how far back. We'll just go how far back. Watch this. 1920. I've been talking about Shadur Sanders since 1920. In high school. He said, have a great show, Robert. I would do anything to help. My day off is Monday, and I totally look forward to your show every month. Oh, that's awesome. I'm just, sometimes Matt, I just don't like people to come on here and just look. Just come on and turn it on. I like people to talk back to me. But in 1920, nobody was talking about Shadur Sanders. He was in high school. But Robert Hatter was talking about him. Because I know people. They know him, right? But some people, so the text saying he shined like new money. You know how I did. I said he blocked out all the noise and he just balled out. Just like I knew he had the talent to do. And I said, he's a rookie. Y'all don't forget it. So then he going praising people. But I just felt a lot of people wanted this kid to fail. No, not 2020. I'm sorry. 2020. Yeah. 2020. Hell no. 2020. Tony. I'm sitting here. When he got to college at Jackson State, First thing I said about Jackson State, he had this multi-year partnership with Gatorade. That's 2022, right? Then I introduced the same year that Daddy was talking about him. Daddy said, he said, one, he said, we probably told the guys, we probably got 2 guys in this room who's going to start on this team right now, and one is your quarterback. He's talking to them kids, I guess, when he was talking about the luggage. I'm just going back down, man, and just going back. I've been talking about this kid a long time, and but I seen things, and I'm seeing things, and I want to prepare y'all for some things, right? My son, he wasn't playing in his crib. He had to go find a place to go watch it. Another partner of mine on this feed right now, he was at somewhere watching it. And I was just thinking about that. Yeah, shout out to Pastor Caldwell. He's back and he preached at Windsor Village yesterday to all the people who hadn't been, and they came back yesterday and got in my seat. Shame on y'all, but come back again. Come back again. But can I y'all, I got a million ways I can go. I can talk about today. He lit a fire under that quarterback room. I can talk about that. This happened today. Everybody balled out today. See, y'all, people calling me saying they're leading national broadcast talking about Shedeur. So my dude said, man, I know it's gonna be on and popping. You talking about Shedeur on Monday. I didn't bring him up, somebody else. Thaddeus Moody brought him up. Y'all, I was gonna not talk about it. But I want to prepare you people like Jameson Mara. I went in to shoot in that fair. I want to walk y'all to something. I wasn't gonna give y'all this. I wasn't. I want y'all to be. He balling right now. I mean, what practice just was over with. This what happened in practice. What I'm talking about. This what happened in practice today. Like the way he handled post game interview. Yeah. But Shedeur, and I want to warn y'all, Shedeur might have won the battle, but the war has just begun. Everybody got off the training table and was at practice this morning. Let's hold up. Did I not tape this? Please tell me. Watch this. Yeah, they got all that rap music in the background. You know I can't play that mess. Did y'all see them guys sitting on the sideline? Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, Deshaun Watson. Only person who was smiling was Joe Flacco. Hey, Sonya, remember, brace yourself, be smart. Shedeur might have won the battle, but the war has just begun. I just want to get all of y'all prepared for what happens this week. See, in order to fight a war, if you know anything about this, you have to always, if you want to win, you want to fight on your own terms. You want to battle on your own terms. If you think they're not going to sit and back down this week with all of these guys back up, you're wrong. His name is Jimmy Horn, not Joe Horn. Name was Jimmy Horn, not Joe Horn. Let me tell y'all something. If you don't think they're gonna put him back, y'all, I just know how the NFL work. If you don't think they're gonna put him back wherever he was, you're mistaken. That's why these guys got off the bench. Look, hey, all of these guys, hold up. These guys got reps this morning. Everybody throwing that thing today. Look how he lit a fire up on their ass. And today he threw the most balls. Just watch it. Shador, look forward. I got you behind me today, boy. Look at you. I got you in all three uniforms. Look forward, don't look back. You just need to stay on everything you need to be is everything you need to concentrate on the field. What's on the field? Don't let them strip your confidence. And I'm talking all young fellas over the country. Ladies and gentlemen, when he put up that watch, he wasn't telling nobody. He just saying that he's on a different type of time. A watch tells time. His first single is what? Perfect timing. His dad is prime time. You got Deshaun Watson over there watching. He got more money than anybody on the field. You got the guy who they took ahead of you, Dylan Gabriel. He over there watching. You got Joe Flacco doing interviews on the sideline. Every quarterback on the sideline think they can do the same thing. They watching. You they looking. They lurking. They judging. And you just go out there like you don't see nobody else out there. History rewards the bold and the innovative. Let's go through history. They have to give these guys a chance too, just like you got your chance. Take joy in the fact that there were no first team reps for you. It's okay. Take joy. Now you set the rules, Shador. Now you other guys got to deliver just like I just delivered. Fighting on his own terms. Be ready, Shador. Say, this is part of the process. And you're back to fourth string. It's okay. He's the fourth man on the depth chart. Okay. Don't let him take your confidence. But now the world has saw it. We all saw it. The bar has been set. I saw a team that had 3 touchdown drives. Number 81, if he drop another damn pass, Shador don't pass nothing to Colt, Boat, whatever his damn name is. I see guys making catches. Shador is telling them now, the ball is in your court. When you're the first to have the opportunity, you set the tone. I'm talking to my next generation out here. Now, when the veterans get in, what's their excuse? Kenny Pickett been on 3 different teams in 3 different years. He was a first-round pick. All little first-round pick stuff. Kenny Pickett was a first-round pick. He been on 3 teams in 3 different years. The bar's been set. Y'all got all the reps. Y'all supposed to be going there and bowl like I did. Now Shador set the rules. The rules. Who cares if he's not playing with the first unit? That's why I didn't know what the hell y'all was talking about. Y'all listen to these folk, man. I don't worry about that. Let me play. Just give me the opportunity to play. It's an opportunity. And I said the same thing about Kenny Pickett. Who cares who's out there? You got to deliver. Dylan Gabriel, you got to deliver. Even Joe Flacco, you got to deliver. You see what they did this morning in practice? The young fella lit a fire up under their ass, Crystal. All I'm thinking about right now when I see that, what was Jim Schwartz and the damn defense doing the whole time? If guys, y'all defense gonna be terrible then. Look, ain't nobody got an interception. The heat is on, ladies and gentlemen. And who would have known? Melvin Dews. Melvin Dews, you probably one of them ones. Robbie, you're talking about should do all week. Yes, I had to. Y'all, I've been in this business for 30 years. I ain't never seen nothing like it. They ain't never seen nothing like it. Not necessarily. He said it can only get better when he gets a chance to play with the starters. Ain't worried about it. See, there you go, worry about it again. I don't care who he play with. Chuck McGowan, I don't care who he play with. I'm like Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler told the coach, take me off the first team, put me on the third team, and we're going to beat the first team. And he beat him. Don't matter. If you that dude, it don't matter. See what happened, y'all? Who would have known? Shador in his first game forced a lot of people's hand, y'all. Even if he don't play the next game, nobody should be upset. He just sitting over there in the dugout. First team reps don't matter no way. You know why first team? Hold on. Let's say Joe Flacco right now is the starting quarterback. And he didn't take all the first time reps. But he go down and get hurt. Guess what? The backup got to come in and play with who? The people he ain't been playing with. That's how the NFL works, y'all. Y'all need to get out of this talking about who the first team rep. Get that out your vocabulary because you don't know nothing about it. You ain't never been to a football practice. Get that out your head. Worry about what reps and reps, who play with the first team rep. Ever, all you want is the opportunity. He can't be in there like, well, I didn't play with the 13 reps, so I ain't good enough. That boy came out there and said, give me whatever you got, put him on the field, and I'm finna go bust these dudes' ass. He went out there talking about them first team reps. Can't nobody buy no first team rep. Even if he don't play the next game, Robert Hatter knows it's a possibility. I ain't gonna be upset. He gonna be sitting over there in the dugout. Like they say in battle rap, make these dudes rap. Make these dudes rap. I just rapped. You can't come up here with all that old fluffy stuff. I want bars, because I just gave you bars. I don't care if Shador plays. See, the honest ain't on him anymore. Who cares? You thought he could or he couldn't play. But you saw he can. So guess what that did? That added value to the Cleveland Browns. How, Robert? They drafted him with they drafted him with a 5th round draft pick. Y'all, today's prices ain't like today's prices. It's value. Now it's up to everybody else to prove they can play under the same rules. We need to see. If I'm Shador, I'm on the side drinking me a glass of ginger ale. They would say they'll say this was all part of the plan. The same way you win a battle is not the way you win a war. Oh, God. Damn, Robert. Shamir might play in the second game. I don't know. That's the consequence of having 4 quarterbacks, a 4-quarterback battle. Most people just have a 2-quarterback battle, and the other 2, they just get in where they fit in. Dylan Gabriel was the 3rd pick. There are people who say, well, you got to give Dylan Gabriel an opportunity. It isn't fair. And then y'all come back and say, well, it wasn't fair. What you do? See, I just don't want Mary Kay and all of them people down there. They can't write this one away. But they're going to try. They're going to say, hold on. This week, they're going against the Eagles. Last week, y'all went against the Panthers, who was 3-14. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not wishing bad things on nobody. That ain't me. I ain't that type of dude. Some of y'all are. Damn, even the people I don't like. I don't wish bad on them. They just can't come and eat with me. They can't break bread with me. They can't make nothing happen with me, but I ain't mad at them. I just want it to be a competition. This is how you deal with it. That's why I'm telling y'all right now, while you're here, don't get mad. Because our guy got stuff on tape. The tape don't lie. Shador is a master communicator. He comes off as self-deprecating, like he was. Everybody was sending me the video of him talking to Tony DeGrasse. Don't y'all know a million people done send me that video and I done seen it a million times? But y'all want to send it in a way I like that. I got it. But he said, Tony DeGrasse, the guy I showed y'all who been hating on it. And I might show that. He said, Tony, why are you hating, bro? What did I do to you, Tony? All you can do is laugh. Let me tell you something about this little boy. Being in the presence of greatness matters. What I keep trying to tell y'all, I've been closely around this sport, not as a fan, but a person behind the scenes. And I keep telling y'all, I wish Kevin Freitman was here. I told y'all this. I said, I just ain't never seen nothing like it. And I haven't. Well, something about this little boy right here. But man, he only played for HBCU. People came on this show and said it. He played for Jackson State. He can't be that good, Robert. She said, is it me? I didn't like Kevin Stefanski energy in the post-game press interview. Brown versus I had a pause, but that's why I'm trying to prepare you. So you won't not like Kevin's. Y'all, what if Michael Jordan was the GM and Crystal, you was the coach? You was Stefanski. You wanted Gabriel. Michael draft Gabriel for you. So you cool. You go the next day, Shadou is still available. Michael Jordan said, I'm the GM, I got to have this asset. In the 5th round, I'll take it. A distressed asset, because I know some people had him graded higher. And y'all, really and truly, he was supposed to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers with Mike Tomlin as a quarterback. Hey, don't ever, David, compare what Deion did to Tim McCarver to the class where his son acted. Deion acted like a damn fool. So don't compare that. David, I know you're kidding, but don't compare that. It's the NFL don't care. You saying don't be so obvious. Hold on. Stay right there. I just had it the other day. It was here. Hold up. You said don't be so obvious, right? She said, it's okay, but don't be so obvious. Okay. NFL. This stuff, the NFL. She said, all the talkers had nothing to say after all last week. They were saying he was being set up. Man, that's why I told y'all not to buy into this setup. I tried to prepare y'all. Y'all wasn't listening to me. I just told you the boy's good. But this here, Chris, watch this. I'm going to give you the NFL scorecard. Okay? Because you said, Crystal said, hold up, Crystal said, what she said? She said, I get it. No, you don't. But don't be so obvious. It's a team. Crystal, let me give you something about the NFL. You might not know. They never, ever had a majority black owner. One black team president in 100 years. Just listen. See, you talking about a team is a team, or at least until the customer. Let me tell you about this industry that you around here trying to get logic out of an industry. Like y'all be trying to get logic out of Trump. Now, you can't get logic. Let me help you out. I'm trying to give you information that'll help you. You're going to be smartest lady in the nail shop. They've had four black head coaches this year. 32 teams. They blackballed Colin Kaepernick for speaking out against racial oppression. And you talking about a team as a team. They withheld settlement money from black retirees based on a racist scientific theory called race norming. The NFL said it would halt the use, they had to sue them to halt the use of race norming, which assumed black players like Shadir Sanders and Deshaun Watson start out with a lower cognitive function. So their brains already messed up, so we don't have to give them no money for CTE. And you talking about, I get it, but don't be so obvious. How obvious can you be? Just in case you're on a $1 billion settlement, a brain injury claims, and the practice made it hard for black players to qualify. So if a black player come up there, he put his claim in. White player come up there, he get his claim. The white player claim gonna go through. The black player rejected his claim because he said his brain wasn't no damn good no way. Remember, they used to think we were 3/4 of a man, 3/5 of a man. I hope y'all follow me. So anything that happens in this NFL, don't put it past me. I don't. So now that you have some context about this NFL, and I ain't telling you not to like it. I ain't never told you. I just said I don't love it like I used to. And I made money in it. Imagine. See, y'all, I thought the Saints, why would the Saints? Y'all have to understand, it ain't but 32 teams. Every one of the scouts, the head of the scouts, the GM, all of them know each other. They in cahoots. That's why they call it collusion. Jameson, Mark. But guess what? If someone came and told you, let's say, all of y'all GMs and all of y'all white, the owners, all y'all owners, all y'all, I'm going to promote everybody on here to own. If you understood what I said, you wouldn't have made that comment. It ain't about being a baby boomer. You said, Crystal, that what you said? Oh, what did you say? Let me help you. I get it, but don't be so obvious. I just gave you something that's obvious. I just gave you something that was obvious. But I sit back and I watch this stuff. And I promise you, I told a person on this feed that, man, I ain't gonna talk about it, but guess what? Y'all notice I didn't start off this show talking about this. I started off this show talking about everything but this. But that is Moody mess around and ask a question. See, sometimes, you know what? When you put a comment up there and a person give you the test on the comment, because this person been in our industry for 30 years. They understand what the hell they talking about. I don't even know. Okay. I ain't gonna even. I know one thing. My son, bless your little heart, he probably sneaking and watching the show now. Well, he ain't sneaking. He just, he ain't letting us know he on. But he took the spice and some stuff that I said and sent it to all his teammates. I mean, it's going all over the world. It's going all over the world. He said, Dad, you're gonna go viral. And let me show y'all what they talking about. Let me see. Did I watch this? Watch this. When we talk about stuff like this, gonna always be something. Well, they went in, the customer service. I want to hear that. I want to hear. Hey, my daughter. Get what my daughter said. Because she hadn't seen the context. But my daughter said, if you had anything to say against black folks, that was my dad. That's how he gonna act. So let me get y'all again. He didn't give me no context. This what people do to your stuff, y'all. Always got somebody. When we talk about stuff like this, gonna always be something. Well, they went in, the customer service. I want to hear that. I want to hear. Always got somebody. When we and ladies and gentlemen, just because my daughter didn't know, this kind of family I got. It's the kind of family I got. But I love them. But what happened, ladies and gentlemen? I had this unique situation. Was talking about these two black banks, one from DC and one from LA. They merged. Big black bank in DC, big black bank in LA. They merged to have $1 billion worth of assets, so it can make them stronger and make them stronger and be able to do stuff. What they said, it become a lot. So they became the largest black bank in the country. And I was talking about group in economics, and I said it's not just black excellence; it's just excellence done by black people. And then I was just talking about it, and then I kept going down this article, and the article it was talking about. He just texted. He just texted me. I'm talking about it. I don't know if he's on or not, but I was talking about black-owned banks, and but 21 of them used to be 40 something of them a few years back. Let me see how many it was. It used to be a lot of them. Now ain't but 21 of them. It used to be 48 of them in 2020. I mean, 2001. But as of last year, ain't but 21 of them, right? And all of them 21 banks had assets of totaling $4.8 billion. That's it. And that same year, 33 Latino bank, Latino-owned banks had 109 billion. 4.8, 109 billion. Then I said, the 72 Asian-owned banks got 129 billion in assets. Somebody gonna come on the feed talking about. After I said that, show you how small we think. I put some money in the black bank in Houston, and I couldn't even get them to put a ATM on the north side. That's when I hold up, watch it. That's when I always got somebody. When we talk about stuff like this, go always be something. Well, they went in, the customer service. I want to hear that. And then I gave him an example why I didn't want to hear it. You know what the example was? One of the worst customer service banks on the planet, Wells Fargo. Oh, he talking about they wouldn't put ATM on the north side. I wouldn't have put no damn ATM on the north side. It's the only thing you got to say. But the worst bank on the planet got $1.97 trillion of assets. Wells Fargo Bank. And you come talking about a damn ATM. Oh, my son. Oh, I sent him a message this morning. And he liked the message. Okay, I know. I wonder why I sent him a message this morning. But ladies and gentlemen, we got to stop that. Lester. I know some of y'all ain't saying nothing because some of y'all like that. We got to stop that. Then I'm going through my things, and I'm going through my list of stuff that I just saw that make me say, let's pray for Shakari Richardson. Okay, let's pray for her. Why, Robert? Let's pray for Shakari. And what I've been told is true. I got a problem with her. Y'all know I always protect my women. She got arrested at the airport, Seattle. Said she was being over aggressive and doing stuff to her boyfriend. But me hearing about this incident is one thing. But I saw the actual footage, and I'm not going to play it because I'm just not going to play it. You go look at it for yourself. It's disturbing. It seriously make you question what happens behind closed doors if this behavior is being displayed so openly in public at an airport where a camera is everywhere. Had the roles been reversed, I'm fairly confident that Coleman would have would already been blacklisted from the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, and somebody told me that she was trying to get him arrested. And when the police looked at the thing, that's why they arrested her. My young fellas, I don't know what to tell you. I just got to give you, my young people, I just got to give you this information. First thing I said was, let's pray for her. Not let's talk about her. Let's pray for her. Because then somebody just text me a question. Yeah. We got to talk about that. Young ladies, we're being too aggressive. You got to do all that to the dudes, you don't need it. Just like if he got to touch you, he'll. Cleveland drafted a running back, I think in the second round. They could have drafted Shador in front of this dude. They drafted this little dude, Judkins, and he ain't played yet because he want to whoop on his girlfriend. Allegedly. Sorry. But I was thinking about something. You know, I can't get Shador off my mind um, because I know how hard it is what he did the other day. That sting is so hard. But let me see if I got. So I got so much stuff. First of all, I got some things I want to share with y'all. The Labor Day Classic is coming up end of this month. Go get your tickets. Then I'm gonna get back to what I had. Let me see. I got single game tickets. This how you get them. Uh, watch this. Hold on. Somebody just hold on. I beat them to it. Labor Day Classic, single game tickets. Y'all, it's the place to be. Oh my goodness. If you've never been to the Prairie View versus TSU, I mean the Hatfields and the McCoys, 313-7811, Kevin.Allen at tsu.edu. Labor Day Classic, man. I mean, if you've never been, I won't talk to somebody who ain't never been. Because when you go, you're going to say, wow. You know, I know the Prairie View people going to be there at TSU. I want some people who have never been, who's on the feet has never been, that's going to be in town. If you ain't going to be in town, I don't want to hear while I'm out of town. If you've never been, take that information. And other things is going on at TSU. Guess what? On August the 23rd. Well, I got so much stuff going on. August the 23rd at 10:30 a.m. Start at 3, but the registration is 10:30. Johnny Jones is going to have his elite camp here in Houston at the Texas Southern University Rec Center. It's going to be high energy, high competition, high expectation. This is where real players come to work. Contact Charles.Hurd at TSU.edu for any extra details if you want to. That ain't all. Got something else for you. Got something else for you. Wait a minute. I got something else for you. I just can't find it. I just can't find it. But I got something else for you. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Hey. That's for the men. That's for the boy. Look what I got for the girls. Look what I got for the girl. Let me make it big. Cause yeah. Look what I got for the girl. Bragging rights. Girls. 2025, 2027, 2025 to 2027. Let me tell you something. August the 20th, that same August the 23rd is going. I got the young fellas trying to get at TSU to elite camp. Got to go to these elite camps. I'm gonna tell you why. That coaching staff for TSU, some of them guys might get jobs soon, and they gonna remember you. Got a meeting. When I get out of here, y'all, they just telling me go to that meeting, Rob. Because if I don't put it on that stuff, I forget. But register at HoustonDreamElite.com. You can pull that QR code up. Let me tell you something. You 2025 girls, it's gonna be college coaches there. Be ready to give. They ready to give scholarships on the spot now. But what you got to be? You got to be ready to roll. You got to be. They ain't got time for you to be talking. Well, you ain't got nowhere to go, and you hitting this. Come, if you ain't got a scholarship, you got to be there. All right, go to that QR. It's gonna be at Arc Gym out on FM 529, and get out there, man. Trey Phillips, thank you so much for doing this for our community, man. I just appreciate when guys like Trey Phillips, Johnny Jones do these kind of things for our community. And then I got something else for you. This young lady right here, wow, right here. Unbelievable. And I just wonder how many, do me a favor. I'm going to put this number across the screen. And I want y'all to call Miss Carla and ask her what kind of services that Robert Hatter just ain't told me about all the service. it might be a service that you would like. She's Carla Gigliardo. She's an FNP. She's an aesthetic injector at Elite Docs Health and Beauty on Sweetwater out there in Sugarland. Let me tell y'all something. She give you free wine when you come in there. She got non-surgical cosmetic treatments, non-tailored for men, and not limited to men, but they tailored for men. They got a thermage, a non-invasive treatment that uses radio frequencies. They call it RF technology to tighten and contour your skin, reduce wrinkles, and improve your skin elasticity. That can be performed in one session without no downtime. She got so many things. What else they got? She can redefine your, and tighten your jawline and your neck, reduce eye hooding and wrinkles to firm the face and the abdomen. Um, it's a natural result, no surgery. A hydrofacial detox and hydrate skin if your skin's dull. She got so many. She got the Botox and the Botox that smooth the lines and the wrinkles. And what else she got? Excessive, if you got excessive underarm sweating, hyperhidrosis. This stop sweat glands from producing too much sweat and prevent clothes staining. She just got you go on and on and on. Do me a favor, 832-446-3206. If you got, tell a friend, tell another friend. Just give her a call because it's some things I can't tell. It's so many things she do, and I promise you, I know a few of them that even hold on. What's the one? Hold up. I had the hair restoration. You know, Stephen A. Smith need to be the first one over there with PRP, regenerative therapy to stimulate hair growth, and women can get fillers also, and, and drink wine free. Wait a minute, all you can eat. Oh, excuse me, all the wine you can drink. You don't have to get no one. All the wine you can drink, but call her Gigliardo and tell her the Chop Shop and Robert Hatterson sent you, and just see how you're gonna be treated like a king and a queen when you go over there. Okay, all right. Let me know. All right. So let me get back. Because I got so much stuff to cover. I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna go through some of it. And where was I? I'm gonna just stay here. I'm gonna stay here for a minute. In this, I wanted to bring some things up. And oh yes, God, I can't bypass all this. I was just thinking about somebody asked me, my guy, how to appreciate you and your show, man. When I watch this show, it makes my day. Keep it up. Boy, you make my day when I see you, Rick. I told you, Rick, I'm going to forever be in your debt, man. I appreciate the things that you did for my son. It's just amazing when I those days at 24-hour fitness, y'all. I used to drive my little youngster up there and play with these grown men. And they told him a little new one. They told him a new one in the beginning. The young fella never quit and wound up being a pretty good basketball player. And because of, I didn't just like I just knew what to do. I just said, hey, man, if you want to be better, you got to play against somebody way better than you, way stronger than you. And so that's all. It wasn't no secret formula. He could have not liked it. They could have knocked him down. He said, Dad, I don't want to play this no more. But he kept saying, Dad, what time? Let's go. Come get me from school. Let's go up there. I want to be there first. I want to be there. So it made him like basketball. And to guys like Rick, man, I appreciate you, man. I really, 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 really do appreciate that. Okay. Okay, let me keep going. HTX Sports will be at all the events leading up to the game, golf, banquets, etc. Okay, gotcha. You talking about TSU homecoming? Uh, I think that's what y'all talking about. Y'all, we got to talk in complete sentences because people don't know what you're talking about. You got to tell the people where you're going to be at. People don't know what you're talking about. You got to understand, man, people come on here at different times. So when you come on here, go give us Give us some context. You know, are they gonna be splicing you up like they did me? My own son spliced me up. Oh, you know what I was thinking about though? I had to go here. Because somebody said, Robert, what if the quarterback of the future is on the Cleveland Browns roster right now as a 5th-round pick? Even so, he said, even if it comes to a point where Shador is throwing 70%, he's making all the right reads. He's first in the building, last out the building. He's excelling in the meeting rooms, and he's moved up in status. At one point, do you force your hand? Y'all, I've never been a general manager, and I've never been an owner of a team. I've never been a coach of a basketball, of a football team. I don't know. But I got a question for y'all. Over the weekend, who won the weekend to y'all? It don't have to be Shador. Who else won? Who won the weekend? I got mine. Who I'll tell y'all later. Who won the weekend? Who? Anybody? Who won the weekend sports-wise this weekend? Who won the weekend football-wise? You know what? I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help y'all. I'm gonna tell you. You know who won the weekend for me? Let me see. Can I find it? Did I put it in there? This who won the weekend for me.
The NFL has been clueless for 50 years when it comes to evaluating quarterback. Clueless. All that, no idea what they're doing in terms of evaluating quarterback. That's proof. There's proof of that.
How many
they say we know exactly what we're talking about with quarterback. They don't. The NFL has been clueless for 50
Mel Kiper. Ladies and gentlemen, it's too long. I can't go back. Let me see. I might have a shorter version. He got a long version when I can't play it that long. But go back and look. That's your opinion. Cam Ward, his opinion. Mel Kiper wanted to me. Mel Kiper told everybody. Him and Reese Davis. I thought they was gonna fight. I thought they was gonna get into it. It was so long. I mean, Reese Davis was talking stuff back to him now. Don't get it twisted now. But they was gonna get into it because Mel Kiper said, "Ain't nowhere in the world Shador Sanders shouldn't be drafted by." Now, all of these dudes in front of him ain't better than him. So I said, Cam. He said, Cam Ward. What did Cam Ward do this weekend? Tell me what he did. I just showed you what Mel Kiper did. Tell me what did Cam Ward do to win the weekend? Tell me what he did. Dave, tell me what he did. I'll listen. Anybody else? Colorado won the weekend, okay? Because they got a lot of guys playing, okay. Travis Conner didn't do so good now. Travis Hunter didn't do so good. How did he win the week? How did he win the weekend? David, you're taking too long to type, man. Got 12 weeks from today. We'll be starting college basketball. Come on, David. David, what's up with your typer? He plays solid and a lot of expectations from. He plays solid. And he won the weekend playing solid. And he was the number one. David, we just think different. Solid ain't gonna win the weekend for me. Mel Kiper went out on a limb and everybody been calling him crazy. Hey. This me right here. It's me right here. Wait, what my thing? Oh, it's me right here. Hold up, y'all. Hold on. Where am I? Damn. I forgot what I wrote it under. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. It's me right here.
They called me a madman. And what I predicted came to pass. They called me a madman.
People were mad at him. Man, Shadoo ain't that good. He came from Jackson State. Colorado ain't that good. They in the Big 12. And if he played bad, the media would have jumped. Man, nobody wouldn't have talked about Ward, man. Man, dude, do you know what they called and told me, Robert, every news station, every show, I'm gonna go back and watch him after the show. Every show, guess what they was led with? They was talking about this dude right here, man. Angel Wilson. Angel Wilson. 32 points, 20 rebounds. She won the week. She's a candidate. But let me keep going. David, that ain't good enough, David. David, by the time you done spent a year on this Chop Shop, you're gonna understand that's not good enough. And if he played back, I ain't asked you that. I said, what did he do? You say he was solid. Number one picks. Let me keep going. It's more expected from the number one pick in the draft. More expected. We should be leading the show talking about him. They should be lead. They're not. So how could he win the weekend? But he won it with you because that you know. But I was thinking about something. How many times can you hear? That's it. They still not talking about what. Thank you, man. They ain't even talking about what. Coach, I asked him, what did he do? What did he do? He said, the media on train now. Watch this, Doug. I'm glad you're here, Doug. How many times can you hear he actually looked good, right? Ward. Okay, good. But won the weekend with experience with Charles Woodson playing dual. Charles really didn't play no dual positions, man. They had little packages for Charles. That is Moody. Charles didn't play. Charles was a cornerback. That's what he played. They had little packages for him and never threw him the damn ball. So I'm gonna tell you. I used to get on him about it because Charles used to get mad. Homeboy, you get paid to stop the dude from catching the ball. You don't get paid to catch it. You're the best corner. You're a Hall of Fame cornerback. And you right here worried about catching a football. That's what no. That wasn't important to me. Now in college, they let him do everything. But this is a different animal at this next level. But Travis say he can do it, let him do it. But he gonna get his little thing knocked in the dirt. I'm just telling you. The dude was manhandling his ass the other day. hey, why do you say Travis didn't do well? What you mean? Okay. What did he do? And I had some highlights for you. What did he do, Bartholomew? He had 2 catches for 9 yards. Dude manhandled him a couple of times. He missed a tackle. He had containment on the outside and missed a tackle. What the hell did he do? 2 catches for 9 yards? The number 2 pick? Don't start me, Bartholomew. Talking about, Why would you do you say he did? What did he do? I hope I can find this stuff because this man gonna make me put these low lights up there. And Travis, it ain't nothing against you, it's against him. Man, where's stuff at, man? Hold on, please. Hold on. You know what? I'm waiting. Bartholomew, don't get quiet on me now. Don't get quiet on me now. Herm had to say exactly what you said. The NFL is man, I don't know what Herm ever said. I know when Charles Woodson called me talking about, man, they had a package. They ain't throwing me my package. I said, shut the hell up and go be the best corner. Guess what? He's in the Hall of Fame. Doug Smith said he'll get. Hold up, Bartholomew. Now, hold up, now. See, that's what make me mad about y'all. Y'all put your comment up there, then I say something about it, and then you might be working and you might be driving, and I understand. But how in the hell you text all that if you was driving? I'm just trying to find. Hunter shouldn't play both. I ain't saying what he should do. I ain't say that. No, I can't tell that man. See, y'all always. What did you play, David? I ain't never telling nobody what he shouldn't play. He said, but that was it. He didn't have any targets thrown his way. And he did. Let me tell you something, homeboy. Let me tell you something. He's number 2 pick in the draft, right? The reason they should have taken him is to make their franchise quarterback, who they didn't pay $200 million to, make him better. So if he didn't have no but 2 targets, maybe his ass didn't get open. But you telling me why? You the number 2 pick. You got the 144th pick, got leading. Hold up. Every talk show is leading off with him. The 144. And you the 2, and you the 1, and ain't nobody talking about you, and y'all talking about they solid, and nothing against them guys. But y'all got to sometime, man, come on now. Y'all act like we can't protect nobody. Yes, it was knocking it. That little dude was, man, that corner was manhandling that little narrow ass. But hold up. But I said something one time. Hold on. That's better. Hold on. Let me bring Jimmy. I asked a question. How many times you can hear the same lie before you start to believe it? And I know some of y'all always say, Robert, I see you, Jimmy. It was preseason. But ladies and gentlemen, this is all we have to go off of. Preseason, Doug, I'm getting so tickety. First it was just he throwing to the trash cans. He throwing to the trainers. Now they keep moving the goalposts on it. How many times you got to hear the same lie before you start to believe it? Y'all, everything is different for a quarterback. Let me help y'all out. Quarterback, it's so much expected of them young men. That's a lot. To whom much is given, a lot will be required. But like I said, it was like a Disney movie to me the other day, man. You know, I'm just sitting there. You know, I had places to go, but I said I ain't going nowhere. I'm finna sit here and watch this game. I watched and it wasn't me, Doug. Was it me? Was it just me by myself? Doug. As soon as Shador took his helmet off and then played, Doug, I cut the game off, man. And I went, I got out there. I said, no, I'm gone. I mean, I'm saying, but it was like, it was pretty close to a legendary performance. He had 3 drops, ladies and gentlemen. 3. And I understand some of y'all's individuals perceive Shedeur Sanders as arrogant, self-absorbed. What else they tell me? Self-absorbed, esteemed from their intimidation, a fear of a powerful confidence exhibited by a young black man. I know it. 'Cause the people who telling me, they white. But firstly, he's the son of Deion Sanders. So it's only natural for him to possess confidence, y'all. Listen. If y'all don't learn nothing else today, then I'm gonna bring you in, Jimmy. I want my young fellas to hear this. Trying to see how I'm gonna put it. For black males, we are taught to model confidence, but we were never given self-esteem. It's all right for a young white boy to operate in confidence. But if a black boy has confidence and goes to the NFL, let's teach him a lesson. Because confidence is a liability if you're black. And I was just thinking about something. A lot of young boys on the street, they got confidence. They got swag on 1,000, on 3,000. But if you pull them aside, because I did it before, you pull them aside and said, do you know that you have what it takes to start a Fortune 500 company? Then after that, they don't have no swag. It's different because we're not pulling up their self-esteem. Let's stop pulling up letting these young guys know they can be. I text my son this morning. I said, dude, don't you know that you got what it takes to start a Fortune 500 company? You know I'm going to tell my grandson that? We have to start speaking this stuff into these guys, because guess what? We're giving them confidence, but we got to give them self-esteem so they can know, Mr. Hatter believe in me. What's up, Paul Miranda? But what's up, Jimmy? What's going on? That man said that man at Martha's Vineyard. Oh my, that's right. He's from that area up there, you low down person. Hey, that is Moody. I mean, Paul Miranda. I'm coming. That's all I can tell you. I got my spot and everything. I'm coming. Ain't nothing like Oak Bluffs and Martha's Vineyard, y'all. It just ain't nothing like it, y'all. Hey, I don't care if y'all don't come with me. I'm there. But what's up, Jimmy? What you got, man? What happened to your mustache? God damn, man, you went to play for the Yankees? You didn't went to play for the Yankees?
Last week, the other day, I was trimming myself up, and I nicked I kind of was uneven. So I say, you know what, let's start it all over. And that's what I'm just doing right now. Just start it on over. And then, besides, I thought I saw one little gray coming out of there. And I just, you know what, let's start it all over.
I love mine. I love it. I love it. Y'all have club for men. I love it.
I don't put no dye on my head.
Hey, I like this salt and pepper. But the Yankees, y'all, the Yankees let you wear a mustache now, don't they? Switched it this year.
They need, you know what? Whatever they're doing, they need to make another rule, the way they've been getting their heads beat in.
Yeah, I know that. They let that sorry ass team from Texas beat them. From downtown over there on La Branch, they let them beat them. So you're right.
The team that's in first place?
Well, they can still be sorry.
Team that's in first place, you talking about?
It's
only about a little bit.
Trash can and yeah, okay. Trash can.
Well, hey, every time they say Altuve name, boy, you know what? Altuve has one thing about him. I just realized, boy, and you just pay attention, is that some players, when the crowd get on them, it kind of squeezes them a little bit. But but then there's other players that helps their legacy when their ability to perform in certain places that antagonizes them, like Reggie Miller at Madison Square Gardens, and those type of performances when they giving them the
He just
business.
got lucky.
I mean, everybody need a little luck because luck comes with everything. But
Because he don't do it
still,
everywhere else. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, but that personified his legacy. That from Reggie Miller, people remember many people remember him from Madison Square Garden. Trey Young, Madison Square Garden, even though he's a work in progress, we're not comparing those two, but I'm talking about people make memorable performances in certain atmospheres, and it lasts a long time. When that's what Altuve in Yankee Stadium, or the new rendition of Yankee Stadium, he 2 home runs this past series. They every time they boo, he give them something to boo-hoo about. And that's basically what it is with Altuve. Loving the Astros, they're back at home today, starting a 3-game series with the Boston Red Sox. So this means this is Carlos Carrera's first home game since the trade. So this will be unique. And Bregman gets to come back at the same time. So this
How many
Boston,
games they done played?
they about 3/4 of the way.
So
About
we
3/4
got
of the way.
100 some more games to go in.
No, we don't. 3/4 of the way. You ain't got but about a sample size, maybe 30 games left, something like that.
30 games left?
If that, let me see. What's the let me see.
They
Uh
couldn't have 30 games left.
no, they got about 40 something games left. About 40 something left. 40 something left. 40
Yeah, I don't
something.
keep up with this, man. Let me see.
Yeah, I said about 30, so it's about 40 something left. Astros are
Okay.
66 and 52.
Okay, they done
That's
played 100
118.
games.
Right
Damn,
there,
let me. Hey, them some game plan. Boy, they play too many damn games with me.
Well,
Good
you
God.
play roughly 5 games a week, in some cases 6 on the average. So, but this team, remember, once Alvarez gets back, this Astros teams will be
When he
loaded.
gonna get back? I get tired of people talking about when our big dog get back. When is he gonna get back? What's wrong with him?
Dude, the rehab on that hand, there's something with that hand, and he's left-handed, so that hand and that thumb being able to squeeze, that's important, man. Getting that leverage driving through, because they mess it up, it'll have to go surgery and impair him for parts of next season. So they ain't in no rush. Now he starts swinging the bat, and he's been doing BP, and they're expecting him to be back in September. And that's
So,
Alvarez.
so he been hitting ball. He been batting practice, right?
Yeah, BP. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's but at the same time, this team, we still the pitching, you know, man, we got guys out there that you ain't never heard of. That's still out there. We still got guys that's going to come back, and about 3 or 4 pitchers in the next 2 weeks are expected to rejoin the Astros, and we'll see how this go. But the chemistry still has to be there. No, you got to realize this is back catcher Diaz, who's superb, but he has to relearn a lot of these pitchers that he has because you hadn't had reps with him. So this is important going down in the latter half of the season. But one thing about it, you got Jeremy Pena, who's probably going to get a Golden Glove this season. He's right there at it. He's been remarkable. Carlos Carrera is back. As soon as he gets his rhythm, he hit a home run on, I think, yesterday when they beat the Yankees. But other than that, man, Astros, go Astros. It's a good time to be paying attention to the Astros. Speaking of baseball, if you're just not a real fan, the home run race is something intriguing right now. The big boy that Seattle got from Arizona, think he has like 48. Then you have Otani and and Otani and somebody's tied for like second place, but it's a nice home run race. Judge is right there in it, tied with him as well. Tied with him. It's gonna be a good. I mean, so it's something. Those are good things about it. What I had a question for you, just to piggyback on the store nugget
Mhm.
on this Cleveland Brown thing.
Mm.
I Cleveland Brown know that they don't have enough, and there ain't no Super Bowl aspirations for this season. Not even expected for playoffs. They just want to do better than last year, in a nutshell, because they're still.
Why you say that? Tell me why you say that. Not
I
forget.
say they know, meaning that
Why
I'm not saying they're not.
Why you say they know?
Because you know what you got and know what you don't have. You know what you know. There's too. If certain people, when you know what you got, then that's going to be some of your talking points. Like when we just want to make the playoffs. They ain't even talking playoffs. They ain't talking playoffs. They're just talking about improving and getting better. And this is our future. We're going to get better and be better.
Jimmy, just a couple of years ago, they was in the playoffs and winning game with Flacco.
Yeah.
And Baker Mayfield. So
then Washcloth came.
Yeah, and he got hurt.
And then got hurt again.
Yeah, then Jameis, throwing. But Jimmy, they got one of the most highest paid defensive players in the league. I don't think they just going in there to lose. But come on, give me come on.
I'm looking, man, and I was looking, I'm saying, this schedule, if they, which they probably depend on, it's gonna be pretty much obvious. They're gonna throw Shadur out there in the Wolves this week by force, not by choice. Now they got to throw him back out there. Maybe not start, but you throw him back out there and see what goes on. If he performs or meet or beat expectations again, then once again they didn't call their hand. They have to sit him down the rest of the preseason. You don't get it, man, no more than 2 sample sizes of games. A quarterback nowadays doesn't need to play no 3 preseason games. You look at them other guys and see you up their trade value or whatever. You can get something out of them because you got 5 quarterbacks on roster. Well, 4 in an asterisk. Now, here's what I'm getting at. Adam, whoever starts this season for Cleveland, I'd rather it be one of those other guys. That way, it'll take all the cobwebs off the young fella, which I'm not saying he's nervous, but instead of really throwing him to the Wolves, they got Cincinnati first, but that's at home. I like that. Energy going to be in the building. It's going to be, that game has meaning to it again. But you got to go to Baltimore week 2. You're playing Green Bay week 3, right? Detroit week 4, and then Minnesota week 5. I'm thinking whoever goes and starts opening day, let them go on and just cancel themselves out. They're going to get hauled out. Then Shadur comes in there, saves the day. You're already going to be 1-3, probably at that 4-game mark. And that's the quarter way around the track. And guess what? Let him take it from there. By then you realize, man, you really realize either A, we got a chance to make the playoffs, or B, man, let's just work on getting and moving forward. That's what I'm thinking. It's bittersweet. If he starts opening day, guess what? Good for him. He will have earned it if they start him opening day, without question. But I'm looking at that schedule. I'd rather you come in, let somebody else mess up. Because once you in this situation, you can go from 1st string to 3rd or 4th string, and that's the spooky part about it. That's my take on him in regarding it. Just that schedule. You just really take a look at that schedule. They have no favors in that schedule, except for opening up at home with Cincinnati. And that Cincinnati ain't no joke. We all know that. But, I give credit to the offensive coordinator as well. A lot of those plays, sometimes you can call plays to help that quarterback, or you can call plays that could not necessarily be in the favor of helping the quarterback. And what I'm saying is, what I mean by that, you remember back.
So you saying that ignorant ass double reverse was a good play call, and you saying that 4th and 1 was a good play call? I thought it was a stupid ass play call that I ever seen.
He was out for pretty much almost over 2.5 quarters. So that's a multiple possessions. I'm talking about for the gist of it.
Jimmy, it don't take but 2 possessions to make you lose a game. 1 possession to make you lose a game.
Yeah, but that they could have called a lot of stuff that could have not been in his favor. They called some good.
What
I
can they
call
have called it not be in his favor? I don't understand what you're talking about.
if they would have, well, one, if they would have tried to let him prove uh, and air it out
And
downfield, and
that's dumb.
yeah, exactly. They could have done. They could have called some of them. They called some of those. They called a lot of stuff that he got rid of that ball in 3 seconds of, and that was good. That way now it's kind of like you preserving him. You're not subjecting him to a lot of blind sides or a lot of guys hit this pop pop pop. And now it's part I'm talking about. I like about that. So that's the thing in that. Now, I had something in my mailbag.
Somebody said something in the beginning of the show, man. I should have locked it in.
Who that? Who that? What they say?
Rob, do you think high school basketball would take a big hit? All the top talent leaving the prep school? I said, what top talent leaving? I don't know. What top talent leaving? Maybe I missed something.
I mean, does it take a hit in what way?
That's
Now,
what I asked him, but he was driving. He couldn't tell me. So,
well, now here's the deal.
Forget about
Here's the deal. This. What he mean by that is you're basically looking over it. You're basically asking about Nike, because Nike is the only shoes brand that has sponsored their own scholastic league. This was well thought out, and it was a few years back. And what it does is some of the money that goes towards some of these summer programs, they cut back on some of those and then gave
to the school,
the academic side, to the schools. Well, what it does, that's a smart ass move. That means now, because they bounce with two different balls. Well,
but what does that got to do with the players? Help me out.
Well, the players is, yes, you're going to get some top talent. It's like splitting the eights in blackjack when Nike did this. That means if I don't get your top player in the grassroots season, there's still a chance for me to get him in the scholastic season. So now, if nobody don't want to play for half past now, Robert had a All Stars, then we missed him on that, but we'll get him in the Jim Hicks academy. It's still, they don't, as long as they get you up under that umbrella, I mean it gives them extra access to you. Now, in regard to the top players, yes, it is going to make somewhat of a dent, because EYBL Scholastics, right, which incorporates a lot of your Montverts and your Oak Hills now. So they're not on the outside looking in. They're included. But then you still have Overtime Elite that is out there. And you still have other academies that are independents, sort of like your legacies on the regional scale, locally. You have your RGWs up in DFW. That's pretty much independence. They still get, and your EG3s. You got New Wave Academy. You got Guff. You got Good Vision. And go PSAT. Those are already attracting some of your what used to be deemed your top talent from your high schools. So now those big fish eating little fish. So those EYBL Scholastics is now they're getting their top players that would normally be at those independents. They're getting them, and among others. So yes, big fish eat little fish. But as far as high school, the public school systems, and I'm looking at that as Moody's watching Chicago. They're getting rated for the 3 years ongoing right now with their top end of talent. They're getting plucked away one by one. And it's not just a Chicago thing, not just a Texas thing. It's all over the country. So yes, some of that top, but here's what happens. Those guys are going to these schools to fill a 10-man roster, 12-man roster. Somebody ass ain't gonna start or gonna ride the bench for the first time in their life. Somebody's gonna be the 12th man, not just ride the bench. Somebody ain't gonna touch the court for the first time in their life in a scholastic setting. Then what happens? They leave. Then they'll realize, man, you know what? The hell that I tried it. Let me come on back and go on back home. And this is what it does. So the gamble that some people want to make, all that's that's I just said all money ain't good money, but everything that glitter ain't gold. You have to be careful. Some people, when you're going after these schools, if it's really going to help and benefit you, are you really ready for it? Or do you keep going because you can be that you can create that legacy, and it's been proven and tested and proven over and over again in your own backyard. You can, but I get it. A lot of people just now you throw the microscope on, let's say Houston, a lot of people just so it's easy to blame, but then there's some of the blame. In some of the blame, it has to dwell the common denominator, which is yourself. Because some of you people put yourself in these positions where you have done small deeds or little agreements or handshakes in the dark with people, thinking that there's going to be a different results, thinking that you're going to, if you go and do this, or if you go and play in this event, or if you go, that it's going to be all good in the hood. And when it don't, in the rankings, you got to realize the rankings and the rank don't favor the kid anymore. Then it's all you're not getting ranked as you feel you should be, period. Then it's, well, man, they ain't showing no love. Well, that's a whole nother thing. That's a pet peeve of mine, because guess what, guys? A lot of you guys have the power, and I tell you all the time, to control a lot of this stuff. It's really simple, and it's not as hard as you make it. And many of you guys, star players, have came and emerged from certain areas where everybody in the city may not have been favorable about them. I'm saying the poster child I use just happened 7 years ago. Quentin Grimes. Adam, think about how much criticism that Quentin Grimes. Many of you guys may not know this. In Houston, he was critiqued all around the room. Remember now, he went to the Houston Hoops at first, 9th and 10th grade or something like that. Left them. He goes over to Basketball University. That was done then by Rossi Karen, and that was his program. Well, that means once you leave, normally when you leave, that's going from Nike to Adidas. So when you leave, when kids normally jump sneaker lines, they should not even expect, even though it's, not, they don't necessarily have to say nothing good about you, but you shouldn't expect to get promotions when you jumped over the sneaker lines. You shouldn't. It's just the nature of the beast. So you leave there, you go over there. Now that you're with Adidas, but Adidas also had 2 or 3 other programs. You had at the time. You had James Harden, and you had Texas Pro, which was Marlon Lowe in his old program. So that's 2 other Adidas programs in your city alone. So now the discounting was at a premium, because everybody's going to say, well, man, if he was that good, then the Hoops would have had him on 17U. Or if he was that good, he would have did this. And then he go over here, and they say, oh, man, at the time, Marlon Lowe had Kendrick Davis. So either you loved, it was almost like either you picked a side, or you'll say, I'm going to wait and see. It was only 3 sides of the coin for those invested or within the loop of the grassroots of the high school basketball scene. So it was one of those pick and choose. Same thing happened with Tremont Mark and what's my young fella, Martin Ranch,
LJ.
young fella, LJ Cryer.
Mhm.
It's most people, either you pick one, the other, or you say I'll wait and see. There was 3 sides. Wasn't no 3 sides of the coin. That was it. Well, in this situation, Quentin Grimes prevailed. So whenever somebody says, well, man ain't getting no love, Quentin Grimes didn't make the playoffs in the 9th grade. He did not make the playoffs in the 10th grade. He did not make the playoffs in the 11th grade in one of the districts that has been widely considered during that time, one of the worst 3 districts in all of 6A or 5A, whatever it's called back then, in the area. It was considered one of the 3 weakest ones, pound for pound, in boys basketball. He still wasn't one of the top 4 teams out of 7 teams. And so that compounded with interest. Well, man, you can't win with him. Well, man, he don't know how to win. Well, let's say let's be patient. He made the playoffs in the 12th grade. Got to college, had turbulence. He got on the court at Kansas. I think he started, didn't he, when he got to Kansas? Didn't he start?
On and on.
And so then transferred to U of H. So now the people that you love to hate, either you're gonna do what? Either you're gonna hate U of H while you in your midst of hating Quentin Grimes, or you're gonna give him a chance, a fighting chance, because you love what the direction what the University of Houston was going in before he got there. And that's what most people had to do by default. As the rise of University of Houston, they continued to prevail upward. You had to like what this dude was bringing. Now you saw some things that you really was just ignoring because of the prejudiceness inside of many. You start to accept. And that's how some things go with people. You got to go and get it out the mud. And look at him right now. He's a multi-millionaire. Young fella. So that's a good thing I want to mention in regard to that. So a lot of people, when they come out of here and you're thinking, well, nobody loves my kid. They ain't showing us no love. Well, guess what? Do it like Quentin Grimes did it then. He still was one of the flagships. What happened? We went to that event, Heather. We went to that event. They had 12 guys they had picked. The Adidas did. They anointed as their 12. That was their first team. Before the summer season even started, they had ordered those banners, got them printed, got them shipped out and hung up in the locations where the Adidas events was in the grassroots. So, and eventually they got the good laugh out of the deal, and that's how it goes. Either it's basketball though. You got to either perform or you sink or swim. So that's the answer in regarding that. And I have one more question. Okay, one more question in the mailbag. Okay, we're gonna speak of Dallas. We'll go up north, and there's a message and a post from one of the pioneers. Well, one of the faces of the grassroots basketball scene in the DFW, and that is Von Zell, right? And Von Zell, he says, I'm trying to find it and put it up here. And here we go. He says, this select basketball world is so messed up now. Families pimping kids out for money and desperate organizations paying, hell no, I never will, quote unquote, not even a 5-star. They want to be paid for you to give them the platform to reach their goals. Then get to college and receive a large NIL only to not donate back a charitable donation to the organization that covered all of their expenses for multiple years and put them in the position they are in. But word is on the streets, instead, the word is the organization is using their son. Make it make sense. Who using who when the parents running around looking for free? That's Von Zell Thomas with the Southern Assault basketball program sponsored by Adidas, and one of the more successful ones in the country over the past decade or so. I think their most notable player was out of that program was Marcus Smart. They won, I think, 2 national championships with Marcus Smart, that Southern Assault. So that's the vent from Von Zell. So I guess
what's his last name?
Thomas.
I totally agree with him. I just pulled it up too. I totally agree with him.
Which part of it?
Everything. Let me read it over again. Like, what you mean? Everything he said. I'm gonna put it to myself. I'm gonna put it in mine. First of all, he said, this select basketball world is so messed up now. I agree. Vaughn, I didn't say the same thing. They get mad at me in Houston by saying it. Okay? So I totally agree. Families pimping kids out for money and desperate organizations paying it. Yes, that's happening. And he said, hell no, he never will. I don't blame him. Said even a 5-star. I don't blame you because you explain it so eloquently. They want you to pay for you to give them the platform to reach their goals. You see how I put them adjectives on them? I'm going to say it one more time. They want to be paid for you to give them the platform to reach their goals. Then get to college and receive an NIL and don't donate nothing back to the organization that covered all of their expenses for multiple years and put them in position that they're in. But the word is the organization using my son. I get so tired of hearing that. Make it make sense, he said. Who's using who? Man, these are some of the worst damn parents, the worst situations, man. Man, that's why I don't even like deal with them. I promise y'all. Sometimes y'all don't understand. I just can't tell y'all everything. Some of these people I don't even want to be around. They think everybody owe they black ass something. So Vanzel, I agree with everything you just put on this joint. From the beginning, this basketball world is messed up. I said they need to burn it down and burn us down. I got to make some money. I ain't talking about you. Make money out there if you want to. I'm telling you the system is messed up. And this what this man is saying that I've been saying, but everybody get mad at Van Zyl like y'all got mad at me. Because you know I didn't give a fat rat's ass about what y'all was saying anyway. But get mad at him. Because he's absolutely right. He's sick. People don't understand this system. Even the damn people who come and try to get somebody to represent them for nothing. Man, you can't give them all that. Dude, you give a guy 4% of 100%. That's just 4%. You still got 96%. But all these old slimy ass dudes around who don't know how this process works. The system is made for all of us to benefit. Not just the player and his little stingy, selfish ass family. It's made for everybody to benefit. David Stern, Adam Silver. It's made for a Players Association. But everybody thinks somebody wants, no. If your ass ain't worth these millions of dollars, ain't nobody worth it. I say it. But it's what the market is going to pay. So if the market's going to pay it, get the money. But all you old, hey, I believe in what that man said about that. Because I'm just going back in history and watching these ungrateful ass parents that think somebody's supposed to do something for you because your little boy know how to shoot up. I never forget. I ain't gonna call his name out. But I went to out of town one time and I saw this pastor. I went to the church. And this basketball player gonna have nerve to tell me, man, why you go to that new church? Why you go to this church? Man, he riding in a Bentley. I say, your ass got one and you don't do nothing but play freaking basketball. You ain't never went to the hospital and prayed for nobody and did nothing. And you round here thinking he don't deserve it, and you just dribble a regular nasty basketball around and you think you deserve something? Man, these people are just, see, I just ain't gonna kiss their back. See, a lot of y'all like to be groupies. Well, I can't say nothing about him because that's so-and-so. I don't care. But Vonzel, thank you, man, for saying something that I've been saying. I appreciate you.
Now, I got a quick comment and a possible solution.
Hold up,
First of
Jimmy.
all,
Hold up. I don't care who paid for it. Brandon Weefall. I thought the shoe company and the money. I don't care who. If his ass ain't paid for it, him and his parents ain't paid for it. Don't worry about the shoe companies pay. Shoe companies don't pay for every damn thing.
but yeah, that's a whole different thing. Here's the question, and that Vonzel mentioned, the statement that he mentioned was referring to parents saying, basically staking a claim that he does not pay for players to play his program, even if they are 5-star. He says he's not going to offer, meaning that there's been rumors and instances for years where we've heard about certain players or families receiving money to play with sneaker programs. So basically, Vonzel was just expressing and letting it be known, a public service announcement. So that means don't you even come asking, because he ain't gonna do it. So and I get that. And here's the thing, and it had gotten out of hand for some people because of the fact that a lot of the sneaker contracts, what the teams get and the programs get, in many cases has not been adjusted for the rising cost of hotels and travel. But that still has not have nothing to do with paying you. They were given that money to absorb their expenses, not to make and create another expense for you to come play with them. That's the thing. So you got to understand that just because they get a check, that check was designated earmarked for expenses. And trust me, every program don't get the same amount. You guys be surprised.
I don't care. I'm just, the man, see, I know what he's talking about. Because I know some people right now. I know exactly what he's talking about. And these parents are getting worse. And they're going to start, if one of them probably get halfway good, at the Ruck on the Wood coming up soon.
And them coaches going to be in full swing.
Their mammy and daddy going to think they this and they think they that.
So here's the question I throw in the air, Haller. What happens?
I got to get out of here.
What happens? What happens if Vonzel says he's not paying? What happens if JL3 says they're not paying publicly? What happens and you honor your word? If 3 or 4 of the main ones say no, from now on, we're not paying no more, where would the kids go then?
The kids, they ain't gonna make that agreement. I mean, they might lie.
I'm saying, but you don't know the integrity of it.
Jimmy, this summer basketball play, they ain't gonna do it.
But guess what? You're getting your ass toe up already and you're paying, so you might well try it for once, like the old days, and try to just get the recruit.
Because there's a word called integrity, and most of them just don't have it. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll continue this tomorrow. You're going to continue this tomorrow, because this is something I can talk about, because it's, oh my God, y'all, these parents off chain out here. But I'm out of here. Jimmy, we're going to slide down your back, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I got to go to a meeting, man.
Y'all share the show when you're at the door.
Share the show. I'm out.